Recently, I got to record some full matches of Midwinter Entertainment's Scavengers. This game is a PvEvP Battle Royale style game. It features looting, surviving the elements, shooting zombie dudes. Josh Holmes, who you might recognize that name, he worked on Halo 4. This is his baby, this is his child. In the menu, he was on the top of all the leaderboards, so he's been logging his time. And lucky us, he was on our team. So not only is he a very good player, obviously he knows his way around the game, so we always made it to the ship. And let me explain that. The core of the game is finding data points in the environment. Usually you have to like hack almost a terminal kind of thing, like a big crystal. Zombies will attack you, these creatures will attack you, raiders and such, and you'll have to hold that out as it generates these data points with you. You bring these data points post-game back into the main menu to build stuff, to upgrade your characters, and just get better overall. So it's what you want, right? Ideally, it's less about, oh, I'm the last man standing, I'm number one. Technically, all players could make it out of the game alive if they chose to, or they got lucky.
I've marked several objectives on your map that could provide valuable insights into this plague. To aid my research, you must go investigate and collect data points.
So you collect these data points, you make it to the ship at the end, ship blasts off, and if you're alive, you make it out with data points. There's opportunities as well to kind of cache those early, but it's all about the data points. So all three of our matches, we made it out with data points, and we tended to win, if not come very close to winning. Unfortunately, or fortunately for us, Josh accidentally left on God mode for our first game. So as we were getting wiped, he wouldn't die, and he just kept playing. So we'll say that game didn't count. The rest was legit. So there's a bunch of different characters to choose from. They all have their own abilities, as well as their own special weapon. So there's kind of this little crafting system in the game. It's interesting, because when I originally played the game, it was a little more complex. That system, you had to find, for instance, remember, to upgrade armor, you had to specifically kill animals to take their leather and stuff to make it. But now it's kind of a generalized system where you just kind of get scrap and you build stuff as you go, and you level up, and as you level up, you can build better things. So someone might have a fancy shotgun. That's the case with my character in this footage. But whatever you find in the environment you can use is not a big deal. You do have to be cautious about the elements, though, because obviously, it's this snowy hellscape. Storms will roll through, and they're pretty scary. You see them just, these giant storm tornadoes flying through, and you can't see anything when you're in them, and you'll start freezing to death. And when you're frozen, it takes off a huge chunk of your health, so you want to warm up to be able to free up that health, and then heal. You can find warmth via a fire, or you can build your own thermal pack to be able to warm yourself up. But it's something you always got to be cautious of, is not get trapped in that. There are vehicles in the environment, which are pretty cool, and there's these hover crafts. I'm not sure if there's others. These are the only ones I saw. They're pretty fun. They're pretty fun to whip around. Obviously, they make a lot of noise, so you'll know right away if an enemy team is encroaching. And it's very typical PvEvP mechanics there, where if you hear another team and everything stops, right? It's like, oh, other team, there's players here. Oh, God. We didn't always notice them right away. You have to kind of, because you're fighting a ton of enemies. You're in this middle of this big battle fighting all these AI enemies, and then suddenly there's a player there, right? And you're like, oh, geez, and now it's this whole thing. It took some warming up, had to figure it out. Players take just a ton of damage. That's the thing I didn't expect. You had to really lay into people, and I really struggled with any kind of grenades. I always tried lobbing grenades. I don't know if they were ever effective in any way. I tried it, but dunno. I found what was most effective was my shotgun. I got some absolutely stellar kills with my shotgun. So I've explained the basics of the game here, and now I'll walk through some of my footage.
Loading.
So we've done a bunch of looting here. We've tackled a bunch of different camps, got a bunch of different weapons. We're all ready to go. Done a bit of healing, done a bit of saving each other. You do respawn if you wait long enough and your whole team doesn't get wiped. Slide mechanic is also very fun. I forgot to mention, sliding down a hill, you just go fast. I love it. It's great. No fall damage. Slide mechanics needed. Games need them, I feel like. We went to a new settlement here. Again, just looting up. We're looking for resources. We're looking for better weapons. We're looking for potentially, again, these crystals to get us data points, extract samples from them. Very important. Really the core of the game. And we're consistently sitting in 6th, 7th place here. So we're not winning. It's not our focus necessarily, right? Ideally, we get out of the game with some kind of data points. That's what matters most. But, you know, it's nice to win. We found a broken down vehicle here. No one else had the scrap, but I had been saving. So I hit repair, and you got to wait a second, but repair the vehicle, and off we go. We hit up another settlement, this time at night. Always a little spookier. And we're rising the ranks. We're in 4th, 5th now. Things are looking good. We don't have that target on our back from being first. They have the target. We're ready to go find them. We want to take those guys out. We want their loot. So we hop back in the vehicle, head to the next settlement. But as we arrive, right where we decide to park, players. Now, they made a huge mistake here. They had the high ground. We were scared. We thought we were just going to get obliterated. They're going to blow up the vehicle. Instead, they decided to run, and that was a key mistake for them. I had the angle the whole time. I was pinging them. I was telling our teammates where they were, and we just took them out one by one. Their fear was their downfall. If they charged us, it would have been over, but we took them out. Feels good.
Team has been eliminated.
But then we notice in the hills, there's a sniper, and he's hitting. He's doing a great job at shooting us. So we figured this isn't worth it. We're not going to fight this guy. He's got long-range weapons. He's in a hill. Let's just run. Let's book it up this hill. And even as we are climbing this hill and as we're getting away, we're still getting sniped. This dude has great aim. I believe it was one of the developers. Then we notice another team. Teams are all kind of converging on this area. So we don't have much choice. We decide, let's just go in there. Let's take him out.
Wanna go this way?
Trust me on this one.
One enemy decides to hide behind this like garbage can, this chest. I pop a shield, which is great. You can shoot out of a shield. And I pull off just the sickest slide shotgun kill. All right, let's see that again in slow motion. Oh, yes. One more time. Best kill. Clean. With that out of the way, we do some trading. We do some healing. And we get on the move. We're sitting in 1st place. We're feeling good. The dropship has arrived. We have 5 minutes to get there. And to stay alive during that time. We figure actually getting on the dropship is not the play, so we're kind of pre-planning here what we're going to do. We decide we're probably going to hide around the dropship and then go in at the last second. As we're doing some more looting here, we become concerned about players following up behind us, so we decide to keep moving. We don't want to get caught with our pants down. Let's go. Also, we get caught in a storm. Luckily, a bit of a hill, we can slide down, we can go quick. And how fortunate for us, this dropship is in the middle of this city. Plenty of places to hide. We're hearing gunshots everywhere, sniper shots ricocheting off walls. We know players are coming from every which direction, and we're not even satisfied with our initial hiding place. Why don't we get higher? Why don't we get to the 2nd or 3rd floor of a building and just stay out of the way? Josh pulls off this great parkour route to get up into this little car park looking area. How perfect. There's no way anyone's gonna come up here. We decided to just wait it out into the last 15 seconds or so. You can just see all these red blips on our radar, like just every player just arriving at the same time. And remember, we still need to stay alive once we get in this ship. So we make a jump for it. We pull out all the stops. We pop our abilities. We fight anyone we can. We just try to stay alive until the very last second.
Team eliminate 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And successful extraction. 1st place. Super, super fun game. Had a really good time with it. Again, I've experienced this game, fortunately enough, in a pretty early state, a few years ago now, and it felt quite different. It's really coming into its own. It combines a lot of elements of other games I've seen before, right? Just the surviving the winter, huddling around fire, the single extraction point. Like it combines a lot of different stuff, but it's surprisingly fun. Like I had a really good time with it. I think I just really like PvPvE games. They're just so exciting when you finally run into another player, and it's rather than just a constant adrenaline rush, right? Like there's these down times, and you're maximizing your efficiency until there's a big fight, and then that last battle is just so fun every time. Just the shootouts inside. It's a pretty big ship, so you can hang out in there, you can choose to engage, and everybody kind of hides behind their own walls. Like usually it's not a slaughter. It's like everyone's like, I don't want to die. I'm just gonna hide behind a wall. Really, really fun end to the game. I had a great time with it. So good news, the game is in early access starting tomorrow. Depending when you watch this, that will be the 28th, Wednesday the 28th. You should be able to get it on Steam. Give it a shot. I want to support these guys. Again, Josh, I've known Josh for a good long time now. It's a really cool studio. They're making something really neat here. And I wish them the best of luck. I hope it does well, and I hope you guys just give it a shot. Check it out. Thank you, Midwinter, for letting me check this out and chat with you guys. It was a really, really good time. Helped that we won a lot. And if you enjoyed this video, definitely toss me a like. Thank you for watching. Greenskull out.
I am real.
10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 1. Mission complete. Return to orbit now and prepare for your next expedition.